Well, hi there everybody, welcome back. We are at home this time against Club Brugge. And if you remember right, it's been a couple of weeks. Club Brugge drew with us in our last meeting 2-2. And so we're hoping to get revenge on them here. We're like right next to each other in the league. They're 7th, we're 8th. And hopefully if we have a little bit of luck here, we'll be able to come away with a little victory at home, and we'll be able to get things turned right in this world. We have some of our gazelles out there, including Ricky J. Jones, so we'll see what he can do. Here's Garnacho with the ball, and it's taken away from him right away. Maradona, as I said last time, is out. He is injured probably for the remainder of the season, which means that we have it all to play. It's going to make it a little bit difficult for us. Illing back to Bugas. That was actually quite well done. Simiyu here, who hasn't played that much, and there's Jones, and he is onside, but he has the ball taken away from him smoothly by Hendry, so that didn't work. Love that name Hendry, right? You ever see Goodfellas? Here, Illing does win it. Waltz back to Illing, and he'll play this back to Brugge, but that doesn't work. And Yashin ends up with the save in the very end. So we're able to prevent a goal from being scored in the first 2 minutes, but it seems that Club Brugge is a little bit better than we were expecting. And even with all of our great transfers and all this other crazy stuff happening, we continue to struggle from time to time at home. Maradona can't help when he's injured, and we've had some problems with some of the other players. Here is a pass over to Illing. Over to Ricky J. Jones, and he takes a shot that is deflected out right away. Ricky J. Jones, of course, very inconsistent, and that is certainly shown, but we like playing with him anyway because he is fast. He's about as fast as they come. We'll keep him on the team as long as he continues to be fast, and hopefully the consistency will work in our favor eventually. Unless, of course, we find somebody faster, but it's kind of hard. He's near the upper range. Here's Nia. And Jones had another shot on goal, and that was deflected at the very end. So Jones is getting a lot of chances here. Kim Young-won, the other guy up front for us, of course, the North Korean. We love Kim Young-won. He's old, he's 39, but he's still got that speed, and it's that speed that we care about. I'm not sure how that was deflected, by the way. That looks like Jones just sort of knocked that back to the rows of empty seats back there. And I will also add on that I don't really understand why we have this whole section completely empty, but whatever. I guess I'm not in charge of where people sit. Bugas has this almost taken away. It's back to Fagan Walcott to Waltz, Nia, and Waltz. Now with this over to Kim Young-won, and unfortunately he can't get there in time. That'll be a corner. So a corner again for Augsburg. We continue to pile on the pressure. Nia will take this. And Fagan Walcott just can't get there, and Waltz, I'm not sure what he's trying to do. He ends up blasting that one over everybody's head, and I think the rest of the players took a look at him and asked if he remembers what game he's playing. Club Brugge, if they continue to draw with us, will move up a bit in the table. We will move down, so we don't want that to happen. Kim Young-won wins this over to Waltz. Waltz down to Pedro Roca. Over to Illing, and it's just high. My goodness. That was a big chance, and it ends up going for naught. Here's Garnacho down looking for Kim Young-won, and he couldn't quite get there in time. He's been kind of quiet so far today. And down comes the rain, and we know what happens when it rains in Augsburg. Here's Nia over to Fagan Walcott, and unfortunately Mignolet is able to make the save, and so we have to go back and play defense. Jones wins this and then loses it. And now we're running behind everybody. This doesn't look so good. Here's Illing, finally. Holds it up, Bugas. Forward looking for Waltz, and that was a pretty poor pass. That was not a very well-advised pass. He should have looked for somebody, I think, a little bit closer. But here is Nia. Lumps this on over to Fagan Walcott, and the header, unfortunately, is caught by the keeper. Nia with this here in a completely different place. To Jones, back to Nia. Bugas looking for Kim Young-won, couldn't find him. But Bugas does come down with this in the end. Runs over to the left side, over to Pedro Roca. Doesn't quite work out the way that we would like. There is Long with it for Club Brugge. And Waltz runs it down. See, that's the reason why you need pace and acceleration, because you can just run those down. It's hard for them to get a shot on goal if they can't even get to the goal without you running it down. Here comes Kim Young-won, and this looks good. Now, they're going to say he was offside. All right, well, let's see if we can run it down again and make the same thing happen once again. That was Hendry, and he passed that forward from the back. It's Clinton Martin now with it, Mata, and that's knocked out for another corner. And Yashin grabs this out of the sky, just like he's plucking an apple from the tree. And they do get a shot on goal in the end. It was from range, but Yashin's equal to the task to make the save. Looking long with the corner. And we continue to struggle here. Garnacho in particular not having the best of times. Bugas here with the throw over to Jones. Jones back to Bugas. Bugas knocks it forward. And it ends up with Mia in the back over to Bugas again. Forward looking for Jones, and that was way over his head. We're going to have to make, I think, a change or two here at halftime because this isn't looking like it's turning out the way we want it to. And Jones takes it away. And there he goes running up the pitch. He's going to center it here in a second. He does. Oh, it was a great pass, and there was nobody the other end of it. Waltz ends up shooting this, and it's out over everyone's head. They're going to give that as a goal kick. And that's the end of that. It doesn't really matter if that was a goal kick or a corner, because I don't think we had enough time either way. We told them to think about the fans again. I don't know why we always say that, but we do. We're going to put Jones in there for Garnacho, and Garnacho will come out. We'll put Galic on, and Kim Jong-won has been quiet, so we'll put Mas Antonio on as well. That means we have the two big legends up front. The other question is, do we want to... Yeah, I think we'll put Chahid on here for Pedro Roca. So we make 3 changes here at halftime. And we'll go on out for the second half. Ealing wins this over to Bugas. Bugas back to Ealing. And Waltz with this in the back, Chahid, and that is knocked up and over everyone's head. So that didn't work as well as we were hoping, but it's nice to have Chahid on, give us some fresh legs. We're putting on the pressure here in the back, but it hasn't worked. Mia with the tackle, and we still can't get the ball. He knocks the man down, can't get the ball, but Jones runs over and grabs it. That's the reason why you want speed. I keep saying that. You want someone who can do that. There's Mas Antonio. Down for Waltz, and that was a great pass. Waltz's shot is knocked up and over, and so we have another corner. Mia will take this. Knocks this forward, but ends up on an opposing player's head. Mia tries to pass it straight through the man guarding him. That doesn't work. And so Mia here with the throw over to Jones. Back to Mia. Big and Walcott. Forward for Iling. And Mas Antonio should have scored. He's tackled at the last second, so it didn't quite work out that well. Nia ends up winning this over to Fagan Walcott. Waltz. Back to Fagan Walcott. Over to Nia again. Chahid to Jones. Jones, Nia. And it goes all the way back to Yashin, and we have to set it up again. So, good job by Club Brugge to prevent us from getting anything forward. And there is Milan Galic, who just came on with goal less than 5 minutes after he came on.
Torschütze heute Nachmittag für das Team der Torschützen.
So that's the difference between having a legendary striker and some random North Korean. Questions of offsides here? I don't think so. Nope. One nothing Augsburg. Now let's see if we can make it stand. This would bring us up to 4th. We'd be tied with PSG. In fact, we'd be ahead of them on goal differential. Jones just walks over and takes that like taking candy from a baby. But his pass to Ealing not so good. And Bugas wins this over to Yashin. Bugas. Chahid. And that was a poor pass. And we've given up the ball in a very precarious situation. But Yashin is more than equal to the task and goes over and just picks it up. And then boots this as far as he can, and it goes straight to Hendry. Mas Antonio wins this. Gives it up right away, wins it back, and then gives it up. Shahid over to Ealing, now to Waltz. Waltz over to Galic. Ealing. And that was a heck of a shot. Good save by their keeper, preventing that from going in. Man, I mean, that had a lot of English on it, no question about it. Shahid with this in the back, over to Bugas. Simeyu, and there we go, Shahid. And his shot is a very poor one, so that's kind of a shame by Shahid because we had something brewing there, but he ended up giving up a little bit too early, I believe. Here's Nia with the throw over to Galic. Galic down to Yashin. Yeah. Simeyu looking for Galic, ends up with Ealing. Good job winning that header, but he was offside. Oh, yeah, Nia gives up a corner. I mean, that's better than nothing. We're doing a good job reading those passes, but we keep letting them get space on us, and that makes me very, very concerned. That is deflected by somebody there. I'm not sure who that was in defense who deflected that shot, but whoever it was, they did a good job. Ooh, and Fagan Walcott knocks this one out for another corner. Which, I mean, is better than nothing, I suppose. Fagan Walcott on, I'm not even going to think about that. Nia knocks this one loose and out, and that will help relieve the pressure, at least momentarily. You can see Ricky J. Jones there playing about as far off as he can. That's the fun thing about having guys who are fast. You can play way off your man, doesn't matter. We'll get there. There is Jones again. Shahid almost gives up a penalty, and Nia ends up winning this over to Galic, who looks surprised to get it. Jones now with it, and he knocks it further in front of him than he can run. Fagan Walcott gets in front of it. It's been a big mess here in the middle. Bugas knocks this out for a throw. Very good job by Bugas. We've got about 20 more minutes left of this to go. This has been kind of a scrum in there, almost a mosh pit. Here comes Shahid down to Simeyu to Bugas. Bugas knocks his four. It doesn't go very far. Shot finally comes, but it's way offline. And so it's a goal kick here at Augsburg. Yashin will take it. He lumps this as far forward as he can, and we lose it in midfield. So that's one of the problems we've had. It would be nice if we had better heading, and I suppose I'm the one to blame for signing players who don't have great heading. That Clinton Mata again has been giving us nightmares. Yashin ends up coming down with this in the end, but we're giving them way too much space. Here's Mas Antonio, and that's headed back. Waltz over to Simeyu, down to Nia. Fagan Walcott over to Jones. Jones just takes a shot from range. Kind of want to see him do a little bit more to bring that ball in instead of just shooting wildly. And see, we've given this up here in the back again. This is looking pretty bad, and fortunately Yashin's there to make the save in the end. We've got about 15 minutes left to hold on, but that was really, really poor by our defense. Skov Olsen had so much space and so much time, he could do whatever he wanted with it. Well, no highlights for 5 minutes there, which works in our favor, of course. Although we would really, really like it if we could get another goal, if at all possible. Galic down to Jones. This is looking promising. Pass to Mas Antonio, who was way offside and who wasn't even looking for it. So I think Jones was a little bit too excited with that one. That's another kind of strange play by him. And that's the Ricky J. Jones experience. You never know what you're going to get. Nia ends up running this down. Fagan Walcott over to Waltz. Waltz back to Yashin. Yashin lumps this forward looking for Galich. Can't find him again. Galich misses yet another header. And it ends up with Hendry. Mas Antonio wins this. Now to Galich. Up to Ealing. Ealing is really harassed by a bunch of guys. And Galich ends up knocking this out. And we win the corner. That was an amazing job there by Milan Galich. He's, of course, the one who's got our goal. Mas Antonio, I think he's scored 1 goal for us so far. Nowhere near the sort of superstar we thought that he was when we brought him on. And Fagan Walcott almost sneaks one in. He had 2 men on him. That wasn't even much of a corner. I think we only had 1 man in the box, and he almost scored anyway. Ealing down to Jones, and we lose possession right away. And Skovosen was offside, that's what they're going to say. It almost looked like a handball there. Simeyu over to Waltz. Waltz finds Jones, and here we go again. Looking for Ealing, can't find him. And that's going to be the end of that. Fortunately, their header is far wide of goal. Wasn't troubling anybody. We have about 3 minutes left. Mas Antonio takes this free kick. It's knocked out. Here comes Nied. He wants this one over to Fagan Walcott, and it forces a very good save. Acrobatic save. Here's another corner from the other side. Fagan Walcott can't get to that one. Galich to Jones, who takes the shot, but it's rising always up and over. And just a few more minutes left. It's going to be Mas Antonio taking this free kick. And so it looks like Augsburg are going to pull this one off in the end, though it was really scary there for a little while. Mas Antonio waits and then lumps it forward. We end up losing it in the end, and it's not going to matter. Blugas won't even touch it because that's the end of the match. And so Augsburg win this one 1-0. If you look at XG, you think that we had them all the way, but if you watch the match, you wouldn't be so sure. We didn't look so solid. We didn't look like we exactly knew what we were doing or had the highest amount of confidence, and it was raining like crazy. But we win again, and we'll see you tomorrow when I hope we will win once again. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.